Good morning. My energy levels are pretty much non-existent today. It's that time of the month for me, and I just feel so rough on this one particular day every month, and that is today, unfortunately. And I do have a massive client presentation that I need to prepare for, so I'm hoping that my energy levels can kind of pick up a little bit by then. I've just done my makeup, but I have fresh washed hair from last night. This is my real natural hair color now, and it's just been so nice and healthy. I just put a little bit of treatment through it, so I am going to style it when I get home later, but right now I need to run because I need to head to South Yarra. I've got a parcel that I stupidly didn't check the address and it got delivered to my old home, so I need to go and pick it up from the building manager there. And then I'm also going to deposit some cash because I sold my old iPhone, so I'm currently recording for you on my brand new iPhone 16, which has been a really nice upgrade, primarily for the storage, which is quite silly, but I take so many photos and videos, particularly doing a bit of content creation, so I really needed to just upgrade. And I think if you're like in between, it's definitely better, but there's nothing like outstandingly better about this phone. So if you're on the fence about upgrading, I would just say whatever. Like if you really want to, definitely go and do it. But I don't think it's like an essential kind of upgrade, but I do have a really cute new phone case. So I'll show you that when I get back home. But for now, let's head off so that I can get back and get stuck into my presentation on Canva so that I'm ready for 2 o'clock. I just got back. This is the little parcel that I was going to pick up. It's just this new tray from Kmart. I wonder on the bottom if it even says, there you go, the Czech decor tray. It's made of the softest, most beautiful material, but how stunning is that? It's almost like a little marbled wood grain and little white checker plate. So I thought that could be a really nice addition to my office just to bring in a little bit of texture and warmth. I get a bit conscious of having too many things that are just solid white colors, so I think this will be a really nice touch. Also, if you're thinking this little plant looks new as well, it is. I just ordered these fake branches off Amazon, and that's just a little $10 white Kmart pot underneath. So I thought that would look really nice in my office instead of the colorful poppies, just to give it a little bit of greenery, and it turned out pretty well. It actually came with about 6 stems, so if you're interested, let me know and I will share the link with you. It's finally warmed up here as well in Melbourne. I think I don't even need to have this shirt on anymore. I was just feeling a little bit warm as I was coming back, and that is so incredibly nice. I'm definitely more of a summer and warm season kind of person than wintry, and I've never really been one to love dressing in a ton of layers. So I'm very excited that it's going to be dress season and singlet season and just feeling a lot more free. But now I need to just hang up some laundry and then I'm going to get into my work day. I've just done my hair and I am feeling a little bit better now. I'm in my office and I've changed into a dress because, believe it or not, it is actually 25 degrees in Melbourne today, finally, and I now need to get stuck into this presentation. So this one is for a property development, which is going to be 2 townhouses side by side, and it is probably one of the most exciting opportunities I've been given. So I'm really spending a lot of time doing a very thorough presentation. So I've done a beautiful Canva template, and I thought that that would be a really nice way to present it, because often when I'm doing floor plans, like I'm used to looking that bird's eye kind of view of a floor plan. So I really understand like what I'm drawing and how it's going to kind of look in 3D, but I understand a lot of people would rather look at like 3D renders or views and kind of get a little bit of an idea from there. And then I also kind of combine that with like materials boards and pictures from Pinterest in a little bit of a template to say, this is kind of the view of the garden, this is the intention, this is the view of the kitchen, this is kind of the intention. And I think that that helps my clients a lot better to visualize what I'm trying to convey. So I hope that this presentation goes well, because this can then be a bit of a template moving forwards. And that's something that I've really been working on in my business and my life lately, just in terms of, it is literally 3 months, less than 3 months until the year is finished. And that just got me thinking about wanting to upgrade a lot of areas of my life and systemize. So I thought I might kind of make this a little bit of a what things in my life am I upgrading at the moment kind of vlog, because I know that many of us kind of spend that downtime over Christmas just resetting, having a think about where you're headed. And it is just a little bit of a reminder that like time is kind of ticking in that sense. And when you have certain goals that you want to achieve, you really do need the systems to back you so that you can stay consistent. So little bit of a test for myself, but I'm going to jump back into a bit more work now and I will catch up with you after. This is just to show you how a project looks to me. So I have completely built this in 3D. The program that I use is called Revit. So this is kind of what the Revit model looks like, and that's kind of what I have built up over time. So every little component, like a roof or these solar panels on the roof, there's a lift, like all of the trees, the driveways, everything has to all get modeled. And basically you can then kind of cruise around this in 3D to be able to see all of that. But that wouldn't really describe the concept to you properly. So the way that is a little bit easier for people to look at it is obviously planned, but then also there are a bunch of 3D views. So this is just a view from the backyard pool area looking back towards the house. I also have a little bit of a street view, so you can see the driveway going down here and then the entry from the street up to the front door. And then there's other areas like the backyard. We've got a little bit of a pool house with a gym inside. I also have some kind of upstairs views of what it would feel like to be in the hallway. There's the kitchen, dining and living area. And in a little bit more detail, some of these things like this will end up being the fireplace, and then this is the stairs in between like a fluted glass wall. So you can kind of get that silhouette of people walking up the stairs, and you can still have the freedom of these shelves in front to style with a little bit of decor. I also have a little bit of a living room view back in the other direction, and yeah, there's just many different views that you can kind of look at to get a little bit of a feel for the house. So that's kind of the easiest way that I like to show people, but all of this, of course, is just done in Revit. So a nicer way to kind of show my clients is by then bringing things into this other program called Enscape. And Enscape is a really useful tool because it allows you to do more photorealistic kind of renderings, but definitely at this stage, I'll just do them as more of a white card. So I'll show you what that looks like as well. So this is what the project looks like in Enscape, and as you can see, it's immediately very different to how it looks in Revit, and that's because this is a much more photorealistic rendering kind of program. But of course at this stage I don't exactly know what materials I want this to be, so that's why it kind of just looks like this white card kind of model, which is what we would sort of call it. But basically it does have extremely realistic plants you can put in the sky, you could model the neighboring buildings, and it just gives the client a much better idea of what this would look like. So for example, if this were going to be brick, I would apply that and it could look really realistic. But yeah, I'll just kind of build this up over time, and it makes it easier for me to share with people what their place would look like. This is that backyard view that we were kind of looking at earlier. So that's where the pool kind of area is, and I could even model in pool water here so that it would look really, really realistic as well. This is just kind of a small example of what that could start to look like when you apply those materials. So it's really helpful if someone said, oh, what would that look like with, you know, like black timber battens, and I could just kind of change it around. And that is sort of the same back view as well. So yeah, I hope that just kind of gives you a little bit of an insight into how these projects kind of start for me. It definitely starts with a lot of research and planning and developing the floor plans to the client's brief. In this case, this one is a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom townhouse. And then I just kind of work with my design to sort of start coming up with the facade concept and how that's all going to come together. And then I step into this program and decide on all of the materials. And after that, there's a big pause while we kind of do all of the construction documentation and the building permits and everything. But yeah, it's an incredibly involved job, but I do really love what I do. I did mention it before, but I didn't get a chance to show you guys. This is the new phone case that I got on my new iPhone 16. I upgraded the background as well, so I just picked this nice little quote from Pinterest, but this is what the phone case looks like. It's got these square edges, so it makes it a little rectangle, and I really love that. This is a brand called Flaunt. I just got advertised it on Instagram and I thought, I actually really like that. I think it's really pretty. So that will be a nice little upgrade for me as well, because on my last phone I just had a clear case, and I know this one is clear on the sides, but it just got really dirty on the back, and this one I got in the natural titanium color for the new iPhone 16, so I thought to just have something a little bit prettier and a little bit more feminine. Also, I did go ahead and get a darker nail color for once, and I'm really loving it. I know it's coming into summer, so I will probably go back light when I go back and get them redone in a few weeks, but I just thought I would give myself a a cool little maroon kind of color. Me and my friend Sally used to love getting this color done together. It's kind of like a winey kind of maroon color, and I just thought it was a really pretty little bit of a change to have some dark nails instead. Okay, almost time for the presentation. Far out. I've literally got about 15 minutes left. I feel like I'm sweating from sitting in there, but I'm just going to grab myself out a quick snack plate. I have to show you this as well. I've been making menus for Jazz every week just to show him like what I've kind of got. I just did this in Canva with a little template, but I thought it was kind of fun. So this is our menu, so he knows what we've got for dinner, because I do all of our cooking at home and then I just cross it off once we've had it. So this week I bought stuff to make omelets or eggs and some fruit in the mornings. I normally just do a little snack platter for lunch, and then for dinner I made this amazing sun-dried tomato like oven baked chicken. I do prawn stir fry. We had gluten-free beef tacos last night, grilled salmon with this nice pineapple salsa I make, the eye fillet steaks, which we might have tonight, and pork meatballs. So that was our cute little menu, but I'm just gonna grab out. I had leftover snack plate yesterday, so that's what I'm gonna have for a quick little lunch before my meeting. So I just had a little bit of cheese, strawberries, cucumber, capsicum, carrots. That will be enough to just tide me over. Also, I have fallen back in love with kombucha. I got these ones at Aldi. They're just the mango passion fruit ones, and also with soda water. So that's going to be my 2 drinks that I take into my office so that I can keep nice and hydrated as well. But I love soda water. Now that the weather's a bit warmer, I usually just do that with some fresh squeezed lemon in it. Time for an afternoon matcha. The presentation went really well, so I'm just gonna jump back into a few more tasks and then I'll be making us some dinner for the evening. I love that it's still staying light so late now, but it also does throw me off for dinner time. So it's actually 6:40 at the moment and I completely forgot. So now I'm gonna go out and make us some nice salmon for dinner. Good morning. I'm back in my car again, and I've just been at a networking meeting all morning down in Brighton, but now I'm at one of my clients' projects. So this one is further down the coast in Melbourne, and it's a complete knockdown rebuild. So there was an existing house on the site and it didn't really have any kind of high retention value. It was very old and very damaged. So we ended up just completely knocking it down. So I'll insert a couple of clips, but the site is now completely bare and it is almost ready. So we're working through the final stages of drawings now, and I'm hoping to have that all wrapped up and have a building permit by Christmas, and that will mean that the clients can then go ahead and get started building it in the new year, which is going to be incredibly exciting. They are really beautiful family and I'm super excited to see this one go together. So I always like to come down and get a couple of before clips so that we can track the progress throughout the build, but I'm really excited for this one. I've just dropped into the kitchen because I need to make something for lunch, but I actually had quite a big breakfast this morning at my networking event. They did a really nice kind of hash brown and eggs and all of that kind of thing. So I've already got in a really nice brekkie, which I'm still feeling a little bit full from. So I want to show you my go-to lunch that I've been having on those days where I don't really need to have too much, but I want something to just keep me full until dinner. So this is what I've been reaching for. It's the Glow Shakes from Collagen Co. I've been using Collagen Co forever. I have their collagen sachets and I use them in my water because they taste really great, but they're also just a really good way to get in some extra collagen. But the Glow Shakes are a really good one because they're a little bit more of a meal replacement. So this has 17.5 grams of protein in it, which is really important if you love working out in the morning like me, because this genuinely will keep me full. And the flavor, I don't know if you can see that from back there, but it's a violet crumble and I love these. My dad, this was like his favorite chocolate, and for me, this flavor is just 10 out of 10. They have some really good flavors in this new range, but I'm just gonna make up one of those. So I've got my little Collagen Co shaker, and I thought I'll just pop that in there and that can be my lunch. What I love about the Glow Shake is it's really convenient to make, and that is perfect for me on days like today when I'm running around doing lots of work and I just don't feel like having a sit down kind of lunch. It's also low in calories and low in sugar with 24 vitamins and minerals, and that's very important to me to have a nutrient-filled meal if I'm doing a little bit more of a meal replacement. It comes in 5 different flavors. There's vanilla milkshake, chocolate milkshake, strawberry milkshake, iced coffee, and of course violet crumble. It really does help keep me full for longer, and if you want to try this for yourself, I do have a discount code to share. It is MSC10 for 10% off your order, and I'm going to leave all of the details linked in the description box down below. I've changed again. I feel like I'm just not staying in the same outfits all day at the moment, so if you're seeing me in like 50,000 different things, it's because the seasons are really changing a lot at the moment. Like it'll be really hot and then really cold, and then it was raining, so now I'm back in a little bit of a cardigan. But I thought, on the vein of showing you a little bit of stuff, I would show you one of my recently completed projects. So I did some bathroom renovations for somebody, and it was a lot smaller scope of a project than what I would normally do, but I thought you might be interested in having a little bit of a look. So I'm just going to insert some of the clips now. That's everything from me for this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed seeing a little bit more of what I'm doing for work. I also do have an entirely new thing coming. It's something very exciting, and I will share it with you as I work on it more, but the website should be up and running in about 2 weeks, so I will drop that into a vlog when I get everything kind of up and running. But hope you enjoyed spending some time with me, and if you are not already, I would love for you to subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!